Good morning from Global Sources offices in Hong Kong. My name is Tom. I'm your host today for Global Sources Live Sourcing Talk. And thank you very much for joining us wherever you are in the world. And indeed, whenever you're watching, whether you're live or catching us on the replay. Now, today, I'm once again delighted to be able to introduce some of Taiwan's top hosiery suppliers. We're doing a kind of mini-series strand. Hopefully you've tuned in to the previous episode in conjunction with the Taiwan Hosiery Manufacturers Association. So we are learning all about the things that you need to know, whether you are sourcing for a big, small, or indeed even one-person operation, anything from socks to stockings, tights, and lingerie, even from Taiwan in general, but also specifically from Taiwan. And so today we are talking about how Taiwanese suppliers stand out from those elsewhere in the world, which isn't just a question of talking about what special characteristics they have or what they have to offer. That's certainly part of it, but also the things that are different about sourcing hosiery from Taiwan. You know, what you need to know perhaps before you begin a business relationship with a Taiwanese supplier. What do you need to know about, say, contract or shipping? And we'll be delving into that in this episode. In a second, I'm going to start bringing those excellent guests in and quizzing them. Before I do that, though, I would like to remind you that this Global Sources Live series, program, whatever you want to call it, is all about bringing you the information that you need as a sourcing professional. But the best way for us to know what you need to know is if you tell us. So do go wherever you're watching this, be it Facebook, YouTube, or even LinkedIn. Leave us a comment, and that will show up for me down on my screen here. Not instantly, though, so if you're attempting comedy timing, don't do that. But if you have a question for any of our guests, if you'd like to leave a remark or indeed just say hello, let us know where you're watching from. That's all great. Leave it there, and that will pop up for us. And we'll try to answer any questions from viewers towards the end of this live stream. All right, so I've talked enough on the intro. Let's bring in our first guest. Check's piece of paper. That's going to be Aiko Chang from MBJ. Let me just get her up on screen. Aiko, good morning.
Hi.
How are you?
Good morning. Yeah, I'm good.
That's great. That's great. So where are you calling us from today? What city are you in?
I'm in Chang, Taiwan.
I see. I see.
Yeah.
I don't know where that is. Whereabouts is? What region is that in?
It's like a middle part of the Taiwan.
Okay.
Here we have the biggest food company here.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, okay.
That sounds nice.
Because like most of our big in Taiwan, most of like a big company, they are located in the middle part of Taiwan. No,
Okay.
and then they only have an office in Taipei, like that. Yeah.
Right. So the office is in Taipei, but the actual production and things are around your way. Is it a nice place to live though? What's
Yes,
the city like?
very nice because here you can see mountain and you can see sunshine every day.
Yeah. Oh,
Like a
really nice.
sunset every day. So we actually do like a sunset festival in my town.
Oh, Sunset Festival. Oh,
Yeah. For like promote like our local like products. Yes.
all right. Excellent. So yeah, those of you watching who are in need of a scenic break, check that out. I would say links in the show notes. Actually, we won't have a link to that. You'll have to Google that yourself. But anyway, Aiko, let's talk business. Why don't you tell us a little bit about MBJ? What do you specialize in? Who are maybe some major clients or markets that you work with?
Oh yes, because actually I wear I don't know. I think most of people didn't really understand what compression socks is. It's actually a little bit different from different kind of socks, and then because of I like I like to hang out with like a dancer a lot, and then like one day I realized that they didn't even know like a compression socks or like compression gear, that sort of things. So I just noticed, oh yes, like because most of people think the compression socks is for like a patient or like for like a nurse or for like maybe some like a sportsman, but I just realized if because of when you have a long-standing and long-sitting life, but I think actually everyone has a long-standing and long-sitting life, yes. So it's better to wear compression socks. So I would like to bring the colors to the compression socks. So I make it more fashionable, more like a suitable for daily life and different colors and different design in every situation. You can wear them because of when you start to take care of your food, you will feel much better because of most of people when they realize like if you ignorance you ignore your like a swelling, that sort of things, especially men do. Men thinks they are so strong, and then it's become very serious. The problem will become very serious into like the DVT, like we said, the disease. Like you have to wear like compression socks, and you have to buy the bed, and then you have to put your leg up all the time. Right. Once you got this disease, yeah, before you got this disease, I think we can start to take care of our food every day. So I'll just like bring like a more like a cute and then fashionable socks to the combine like a fashion and then the sports and also beauty together.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And in fact, I think we've got a little promo video. We can take a look at some more of your sock models. So let me click on that for you. Here we go. There we go. Quite quick, actually. I think people will want to rewind and rewatch that. But okay. Once the stream is over, you can do that, viewers. All right. So thanks for telling us about that, Aiko. I'm now gonna I'll ask you more questions about compression socks later, or indeed socks. Okay. In the meantime, let's bring in Chang, who is from Shang Chiao. Hey, good morning, Poker. How are you?
Hi. Good morning.
Hi. How are you doing? So yeah, not too bad. How's the weather where you are? It's pretty breezy here in Hong Kong.
Yeah, now it's very strong windy, I think, but the weather is good.
That's good. And where are you this morning?
I located in Taipei.
Ah, okay, Taipei. So quite a way away from Aiko and even further away from me. But it's good to have you with us. Thank you so much for joining us. We literally can't do these shows without you as our guests. So would you like to tell us a bit about your company and its products and so on? Give us a bit of an elevator pitch.
Yeah, my company name is Shang Chiao. We got 35 years experience to produce the compression socks. I think thanks Aiko to introduce the compression socks function. Yeah, we started this business in the last generation from my dad. We are the first company to import the medical compression socks machine from Italy and Germany. So now we got like around 100 machines in our factory. So, but even though we have a higher quantity to produce the socks, but we take the small order as well. So if you just start a business, we can help that. We take the little bit lower MOQ, and we do OEM, and we can design for you as well. So if you're looking for the good quality compression socks, no matter like sports, fashion, even medical one. We got some license of medical as well. So if you looking for start a business or nice supplier, I'm gonna be your guy.
All right, that's good to hear. Yeah, you've got a promo video as well. So let's take a quick look at that, if that's okay.
Sure.
Let's see. Let's take a look at Shang Chiao Ko's sock range. Oh, there we go. Slightly more abrupt ending than I was expecting.
And it's suddenly.
Yeah, never mind. No, that's good. So, well, thank you for joining us, Boca. I'm going to now bring in. It's not all compression today. We're going to have a slightly different point of view from Lauren from Tung Enterprise, who is there. Hi, Lauren.
Good morning.
Hi. So, how are you today? And where are you calling from this morning?
I'm good today, and I'm calling from Changhua also.
Ah, okay. Yeah, bit of a hosiery nexus. So, can you tell us a little bit then about your company? I think we can see from the background, if I just quickly put Lauren on the solo layout, as it's called, the product offerings are a little bit different from Tung Enterprise. So, what kind of things do you make, and where do you sell them?
Excuse me, I didn't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's that's the trouble with doing the solo layout. You can't see people's faces. So can you tell us a bit about your company? Give us a brief introduction.
Okay, so our company has 40 years of production experience, and we used to produce men and women socks, but we still do that, but our main product is not socks anymore. So our main product now are the fishnet related items like body stocking, camis, and like those things behind me.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, I think we can get a look at some of the other things in the Tung's video. A quick warning to those of you watching this at work, by the way. There is some ladies' underwear coming up. I'll display that now. Okay, there we go. Another brief sample of the wares available from one of our guests today. In this case, Dongdong Enterprise. I think that's how you pronounce it. I always get my Wade Giles romanization mixed up. But so thanks for that, Lauren. And yeah, it's interesting. Well, to me, it is interesting that your products are quite different from those offered by Poker and Aiko's companies, but still it does fall within hosiery. It's also interesting, I think, that you've all mentioned, machinery and the need for quite specialist machinery. I remember in the previous episode, we also had someone talking about how difficult it was about, let's say, 30, 40 years ago to obtain the stuff you need to manufacture all kinds of hosiery in general. And it tended to have to come, be shipped from Germany or Italy. But I don't want to talk about Germany and Italy right now. Let's get on with our discussion. And the first question here on our list is that, you could in theory, source socks and underwear and hosiery from a lot of places around the world. So what is it that Taiwan offers that is distinct from other regions or other countries? Maybe Aiko, could I go to you for that first? What do you think Taiwan offers as a place for hosiery sourcing?
Okay, yeah, I'll go first. Yes, I think the strengths, like the best things for like Taiwan's hosiery manufacturer is like they are doing very good quality control, because of most of the time because I'm doing like the branding, so I ask a lot of the factory to send me the samples, and then they send me the amazing samples, but in the main product it's a chaos sometimes. So I think with I think because Chinese people is quite kind, so and then they just willing to help people a lot. So they always demonstrate to our like products a lot. So I really appreciate I can work with those peoples. They work like a team, like a very good, like the quality control. So you won't get the worse quality.
Yeah, understood. Yeah. Got it. Yeah, I mean, well, let's go to Poker. Is quality control, do you think that's the number one distinction, or do you think there are some other things that make Taiwan stand out?
Yeah, I think the quality control is the first things too. And in Taiwan, we have good material suppliers, like a very functional materials, so we're easy to get that. And sometimes they get the good quality material to us, so we can make the good quality socks. Maybe in other region, maybe the materials start bad, then the product going bad as well. So good material from Taiwan, I think, is important too. Yeah.
Okay, thanks. And Lauren, of course, your products are quite different generally, but how do you think that Taiwan offer? Well, what good points does Taiwan offer for somebody that wants to source hosiery products?
Yes, the hosiery production center is located in Shetou, Changhua. And Shetou is called the hometown of socks, which means there are a lot of sock factories in Shetou. Due to the pandemic, poor congestion and vessels from different countries were delayed to their destination, which led to the interruption of imported supplies. However, the hosiery industry in Taiwan can be self-sufficient because there are wealthy yarn factories and raw material accessories in Taiwan. And the production area is also close to the factories so that they can help each other out. And take our company as an example. Our lingerie and fishnet stocking can be patterned and quickly develop sample after receiving the order. When other factories, the deliveries are behind schedule, we usually play an important role as a lifesaver to help other factories to rush the orders. And pandemic did not have much impact on the hosiery industry in Taiwan like it did to other industries. Instead, we still got a lot of orders in the second half of 2020. Until now, our production capacity of our factory is still fully loaded. Owing to the pandemic, people prefer shopping online. Therefore, the lead time of body stocking is relatively shorter, which is more favored by the consumers.
All right, thank you, Lauren. And I note that your answer kind of ties into Aiko and Poker's points as well about the solid, solidity of the supply chain and its high quality, and the cooperative nature as well of Taiwan's. The suppliers at different stages of the chain. So good to know. Actually, speaking specifically about say your companies, I think I'll come to Poker first with this question. So as you mentioned, sometimes there are quality issues stemming from the inputs, so the raw materials, for example, or other stages of production, especially in, let's say, other parts of the world. But of course, there is, correct me if I'm wrong, generally there is a bit of a price advantage for sourcing from, let's say, China or India or Vietnam. So what does your company do to compete with lower cost producers that are also making similar products or similar category products to yours?
Yeah, I think the prices, maybe Taiwan's still higher than the other country, maybe like China, Vietnam, because in Taiwan, the human salary is, the balance is higher than them. And of course, if we want to do like a lower price, we can import the material from Vietnam or China, but because we want to stand in our high quality, so we don't do it. So we will try to control like lost. We call lost because like maybe making the socks can not even wear. They just wears it. We just control the loss rate, so we can stand not too high price, but still with a good quality.
All right. So yeah, controlling on price, but competing on quality. Lauren, is it a similar situation for Tung? Like, how do you stay in business basically when the price issue is so competitive?
Our situation is similar with the one Poker mentioned, because as I mentioned before, our company has 40 years of production experience, and moreover, we are extremely strict with our quality of the products, and so we do not compete in the low cost manufacturers anymore. And in some countries, due to the low labor costs, the production costs would be lower. But in the beginning, the low cost competition might exist. But taking a long-term view, a company with goodwill will never want to ruin its own reputation due to poor quality. Many of our customers have encountered the situations that the quality of actual products was different from the sample they received. Afterward, they told us because of the good quality and the reasonable price. And we also an original equipment manufacturer of many European and American body stocking and stocking brand names. And our company now has transformed from traditional cotton hosiery factory to a fishnet item manufacturing factory. And we got the SWK machine, which is simplex wrap knitting machine, so that we are able to produce based on the customer's requested pattern. And every season we are capable of releasing new products. Moreover, our company can always meet the customer's needs from machine knitting, net fabric cutting to pattern making. And it all depends on a sharp fashion sense and stable supply. Even though our company offers different price level for the needs of different customers, the goods we produce are all quality and reasonably priced.
All right, thanks, Lauren. Now, Lauren mentioned there about fashion sense. Now, I suspect if I ask Aiko about this question, how do you compete with, lower cost providers? Does fashion sense come into it? What's your secret for staying in competition?
For the low cost, actually, because of I like another people always talk about like the sustainabilities, and then like the way I compete the low cost products, I say is maybe when you buy my socks, you can wear them like 3 years, and it's very ecology because the most ecology is like you don't produce that much, but the like Vivian West would say is the one quote I really like choose well, buy less. Yeah, that so like my job, because I'm a design director, I will try to like connect like to do like a better education to the customers, like to understand why high cost quality is necessary, and then what's behind the high cost, and I will do a good stories, education in the sort of things, and to because most of customers they don't really understand the situation, and then also like they don't understand the cost of like the factory. They think factory is produce things fast and cheap and not by people, but from my point of view is every piece of like products is not made by machines or made by men, because each product to the customer, we like I mentioned earlier, like the quality controls, like the Taiwanese company, they will really check this like maybe like 10 times before they send it to you, so you can trust them very well. And then I would say, so yes, if you can buy one socks and then wear 3 years, it's better to buy socks only one and wear in 2 weeks and gone. Yeah, this is my kind of like a value of like the sustainabilities. Yeah, for the future.
Yeah, thank you, Aiko. Yeah, sustainability is a good call. And just even if you as a sourcing a buyer are not into sustainability because it's the right thing to do, you should be aware that lots of your retail customers are into it, and so increasingly that's something that you can transfer. Like you can educate all the way down the supply chain into the stores, and that seems to go a long way. That's something we've heard from manufacturers, not just in fashion, but also in many other verticals such as electronics and lifestyle as well. Right, so let's come on to our last main question here. Oh yeah, this is about tips to effectively work with suppliers from Taiwan. I think the issue here is that you will sometimes hear about someone who thinks, I've done business with people in my own home country, or I'm an international business guy. I've done supply deals in Vietnam or Indonesia, so therefore everything in Taiwan I must already know how to do. So I think what I would ask then is, what are some differences in cultural or maybe legal or business related? What are some differences that buyers ought to know about when they come to Taiwan for the first time? Let's go to Lauren first on this one, please.
So first of all, I want to say that Taiwanese suppliers have a strong business ethic, because our company once made a size smaller than it was supposed to be, and the customer, of course, they reported to us. And after confirmation with the production department, we immediately reproduced the whole order with the correct size. and of course that was free of charge. And moreover, the customer did not have to send back the wrong size, so that the customer consider us as a trustworthy and decisive supplier. Therefore, they place more order afterward. And buyers can send orders to us constantly. We can entirely satisfy customers' need from pattern making, sample reviews, and corrections, production approval, packaging, and shipment. However, we have seen a lot of buyers who just want to have some free samples. When they got the samples, they just disappear. Therefore, the new buyer or the buyers with small quantities would be charged sample costs and the shipping fees. If the buyer places orders frequently after the first order, we will absorb the sample cost. And currently, we have cooperated with many international brands, and we do not charge them the sample fee for their newly released products every season.
I see. Yeah. So basically, once you know that someone is not just going to run off with the samples, then you can give them some more leeway. That's a good tip for anyone. Don't just do that thing with the sample orders. That's not good. And if you find yourself annoyed that you have to pay for samples, you can blame other people who abused the system in the past. So thank you very much for that, Lauren. Okay, Aiko, how about you? What are some differences buyers need to know about sourcing from Taiwan?
Yeah, I actually totally agree with Lauren. Because nowadays everything is free and everything is very reachable, quite quick. Like you can just one click and you buy things. So people think things very simple, but in the long term point of view, so it's not like the belief, like a trust is the base of the business. So and then if you want to work with Taiwanese businessmen, especially I'm now like 30 years old, and then I have to go to a lot of like manufacturer, and then most of them are very elder, like they are like so the first thing you have to speak Taiwanese to them. You cannot speak. You have to be able to speak like a local language, and then you have to drink a beer a lot with them, like because like those like both like to make because the business is not just it's a kind of part of their life. Like they want to create a real like trustworthy relationship with you. So they like to hang out with you. They send you like a cake like in every holidays, and then you have to drink with them and that sort of thing. So I think the things you have to be a little bit careful, and then but it's like Taiwanese boss really like to drink a lot.
That's true. I mean, we shouldn't make it sound like they're all raging alcoholics, but I know what you mean, right? So you mean you have to? It's not an instant like you show up.
Because if you want to make the business, because of they sell like a quite high price, because a lot of Taiwanese boss, they are kind of quite. They don't even need you like as a customer to buy their stuff, because they have a lot of customers internationally. So you have to build the relationship with those like old factory first, and then if you want to build the old factory, the relationship with those old factory, you have to talk with the people like older, much older than like 2 times older than me, and then they have like a certain kind of business cultures, and I would just mention this. If we,
this is,
yeah.
Good
But
advice.
because
Thank you.
when they really trust you, they will give you everything.
Yeah, that is a good tip. But that's certainly worth bearing in mind that it's not just you, the buyer, are kind of auditioning suppliers, but they're also auditioning you. That's great advice. Poker, what would you say? Do you have anything to add on top of that?
Yeah, I totally agree, Len. That's kind of Taiwanese culture. Taiwanese is very, very kind. So if you come to visit us, we're gonna take you well, of course. For like because Taiwanese is very kind, and so like free sample issues we face it too. So sometimes I give them samples. If my sample is bad, you can tell me. Don't just disappear, okay? Just disappear, and then no response at all. So that kind of things we face many times. So yeah, I think I agree. Them point.
All right, thanks very much. Okay, so I'm looking at the comments now. No questions in here. Oh, just a quick love your platform. I assume that means he enjoys the live stream from Danny on YouTube. Thanks for that. And a few hearts and thumbs up on Facebook. So it seems like no extra questions. We must have covered everything and given them all the information they need. So it just remains then for me to say thank you, Aiko, Lauren, and Poker. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's been really interesting to hear your insights, and it's been great to talk to you as well. So. All right, thanks very much. I hope we will get a chance to maybe meet in person one day at a trade show or do this again, who knows. But for now, thank you and goodbye.
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 All right, so those were, better check the company names here. So that was Aiko Chang of NBJ, Poker Chang of Shang, Chiao, and Lauren Hsiao of Dongdong Enterprise. Go to globalsources.com to find all of their company profiles. You can also check out the Taiwan Hosiery Manufacturers Association, THMA. There's sort of a group page, I think. But yeah, you go to the webpage, type in the company names, and you will find them instantly with a big product listing, and you can contact them through the website as well. Get in touch and find out about their products. I am going to sign off now. Thank you very much for watching. We've got another Global Sources live, this time all about kind of fast. Well, it's not fashion related, but it's on Thursday. So if you are in the market for construction supplies and related hardware things, do come and watch that. But thank you for watching this very much. I'm looking off camera because I'm about to hit the end broadcast button. I've been Tom Grenery. This was Global Sources Live.